Let me be clear, I am not here to climb a social ladder. I only care for the impact that I believe matters. You see, I am nothing from nowhere special, but I do care for clean air. We all deserve to thrive here. Without fear, it's clear, we live free or die inside. So wake up to another try. Or will you stand by, a watcher, as what unfolds comes to pass?
What liberation tastes like. She's the sweetness that clusters on the tongue when we least expect it. The tang of cool lemon water after being parched in the night. The startling sensation of spices married in a dish that you never imagined. With those flavors, she can soothe parts of us that we didn't know existed. Liberation can offer up delicate aromas that slowly intoxicate. Or she can slam into us like the hottest salsa we've ever encountered. All we know is that she is who we craved since we first suckled on our mama's breast. Her signature was engraved on our childhood lunch boxes. It just took a while for us to savor the meaning. Liberation's recipe frees all that was stuck, releasing centuries of glued-on habits of oppression. When we were without sufficient imagination to connect deeply with other beings, the majority of whom are squished by similar pain. Her textures are unpredictable, sometimes rough as a bramble patch that require prayers to the ancestors for the way out to be perceived and revealed. Sometimes as slippery as a well-lubricated birth canal, pulsating with anticipation of a new soul on the verge. Her sounds are the uninhibited shrieks of crows, the howls of those released from centuries of trauma, and the chortles of those who know we are only here for an instant. We can feel her in our bodies if we just stop and listen for a minute. She sits waiting for our call with the promise that all roads are open. Every dish is welcome, the bounty more than sufficient for those who come to feast. All of it, yes, all of it, so we can just hum in sync with the universe's calling.
The concept and conception. Is it a blessing or an infection? An encrypted message inspired by hope for those anticipating the serenity of heaven? Who can know other than those that have truly traveled the tunnels of light? Those that have struggled the struggles of life and juggled the double-bladed knives? To live and die by the sword, to live and die before we're born. But if we die to live on, then tell me why when we die, why do we cry? Why do we mourn? Try to absorb. That we're torn between initiatives and helplessness, between beliefs and selfishness, between dreams and helplessness, but on the scales of humanity, We are all guilty as charged. You see, we are all career criminals. We are all convicted felonists. But not only that, because we are mentally trapped, physically trapped, blindly thinking the enemy's black, misconceiving the facts. So this evening, just act like you care about more than materialism and cash. Because there really isn't a chance to exist when we damage our kids before the blast of cool air invades their lungs and threatens to challenge the elasticity of their ribs. It's been said that I lack empathy. But I simply lack empathy for those that expect it. I'll stay uncorrected and unaffected by the concept in conception, destined to be repelled by my desire and affection for my people's resurrection. Forever stressing must be part of my genetic makeup, so I'll take up the task of spreading this word to give you this epileptic shake-up, this hypnotic wake-up. So when I count to 3 and snap my fingers, we'll awake from this trance-like state, and all the walls that cage us will finally crack and break up. 1, 2, 3. You need to wake up.
The sea of eyes widen on me like a blanket of stars in the night. The lights dim, colors enhancing the landscape of my curvaceous, clothed body. Each note of music beginning like it's has and always my ancestors understood the calling to the fire. Circles formed by deep, rich mahogany bodies, calling to the sun and the moon, rhythmically pulsating, gyrating, shaking. Breathe in, breathe out, move, breathe in, breathe out, step. My arms fall to my side, caressing 5 generations of blackness, caressing greatness, graciousness, struggle, like the womb, woman, man, child. Every time I move, I reach for layers of my truth. Shedding more. I lose layers, I gain freedom. You see me, all of me, like the deep marks upon my body. Environment, political, femme, strong, queen, black, me.
You know, sometimes people don't take this to mean much, but I had spirit before I had anything. And it was my belief in it that allowed me to turn my cream into butter. Now I can sustain me based on the chemistry fired to make my beliefs a reality, allowing me to have sovereignty. Now I am the priority. This allows me to tend to the we. Thank you, membranes, my brains, for having what it takes. Got bread, made butter, now she spreads, gives me head, shake and bake, born again. In the end, brown biddy strikes, hi-ya! Breathes in, moans, and grins.
Rough hands I always start with, worn down by my own fireside, where every burning teacher teach me, and bear me wounds I salt the earth in, where canyons where I leave a little bit of myself behind. Rock quarry mined once too many times, now swimming whole. Sky, come spit me out and deliver me. Here I've been birthed red and wide-eyed from this churning land. And we bow to each other like a truce, come climbing up the chariot of my body. humble as an earthquake. Cattails shaking with my exhale. Out to a sea of dirt I see myself in. All grace I call my atoms back. All storm I swirl, take shelter in, to dance the fulcrum dance and watch my shadows spin again.
I'm healing through moving through the world in a way that aligns with my healthiest relationship with all of the isms. Breath moves through me, carrying the wisdom and the pain of my ancestors, their brilliance and their ignorance. My body has frozen and fallen to the authorities I no longer trust, who never held me safe anyway. Exhala, mijite. Be here now and feel the crushing sensation in your bones, muscles, and soul of the violent reality of now. And dig deep, exhale all of the way. Draw from within to ripple the movement out through your limbs to reach for those who will co-labor for the evolution of the revolution.
I'm done fighting back my tears, I now choose to embrace them. My demons, I done faced them, I no longer internalize hatred. I'm tremendously grateful, so I always say thank you. Absolutely appreciative, just know that I'm thankful for all the blessings this universe provided. Look toward the future, never short-sighted. Embrace opportunities, never indecisive, never undecided, because no task is too giant. What we focus on expands, so for me, I choose to focus on statements of I am, I can, I will, I do, I want, I love, because our thoughts become things, so I believe in my dreams. I have control over my own reality, enjoying the positive energies of those who share my same mentality. Good vibes is what I choose to surround me. I practice meditation, allowing for me to maintain my consciousness, so I remain an optimist. Your girl don't quit, I do the exact opposite. Failure is not a consequence. I use what I learned to propel like a rocket ship. There is no limitations for ambition and confidence. I set my goals and then I accomplish them. Treasure the gifts I've been given, all the souls who listen to my poetry, the words I speak stemming from my intuition, emitting an aura of abundance and love, so I glisten. No longer holding on to negative beliefs. Practice what I preach, live what I teach. Light, she is me. I close my eyes and I still see. I'm tapped into the frequency. But nah, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I slip up, but I always get up. Don't beat myself up, instead show myself love. Remember, setbacks lead to breakthroughs, so when adversity is present, prefer to say thank you. Practice what you preach, tap into the frequency. Peace.